Welcome back to another episode of Excalibur Comics Talking Comics. This week we're going to be looking at comics that will be coming out August 30th, 2017. 17. We're almost halfway through the year. We're a little over halfway. Halfway through. So there you have a little lesson on time, space, something. We're your host. I'm Randy.
I am the Wookiee hair guy.
The Wookiee hair guy. We had a comic artist at the convention who dubbed Mark the Wookiee hair guy. There's that too. I guess when we're coming to you from here, we're not just Excalibur Comics or Excalibur CCG. We're Excalibur CCG TV. That's where you can find us on YouTube. You can also find us at two locations, in Shreveport and in Texarkana, Texas, state line side, Texas.
That's
and
right.
Any information that you need, phone number or directions, you can find on our website, ExcaliburCCG.com.
Or the Facebook page.
Or the Facebook page has that information, but it has it for us, and then they have theirs for them.
Right.
There are two different Excalibur Facebook pages.
Speaking of the con,
yes.
Is this your experience with... okay, so the customers that are in here all the time,
yes,
our regulars, they come up and say hi at the con. First thing they do is want to shake hands. It's like, dude, I see you all the time. Why is this? Is it just because we're in a different spot? That was weird. Did you notice that?
Yeah, shaking hands did happen a lot.
It's nothing. Like detrimental or anything. It was just
they don't come in here and shake hands with us here.
I don't know what prompts that.
A different situation.
Must be. It must be.
I did notice that our customers wanted to come by and chit chat a lot, so that was cool.
Familiarity.
But they were also very comfortable with us. Hey, going, hey, watch out, guy! I got to come over here and help somebody. So I was all good with that. We're a little bit announcement. The Arklatex Con is happening Memorial Day weekend.
Okay.
So that's the 1st September?
Labor Day weekend.
Labor Day weekend.
Yeah.
Labor Day weekend.
First Monday in September, so it would be that, I guess, the weekend before
the weekend leading into that.
Not sure what the date. It's usually around the 6th or something.
It's something like that.
Yeah.
First weekend in September, so you got about 2 weeks from this video for it to plan for it.
Yeah.
So
coming up fast.
Prepare for that. We have just a few comics coming out this week. Not much.
Yeah.
It's the 5th week, and 5th weeks are always where a lot of books take a break. They're not planned to come out, and a lot of specials tend to be coming out. So a lot of the specials or books that we're looking at are either DC or Marvel specials, or Dave Sims specials. We'll talk more about that right now. Okay. Mark has a number 1 for us.
Okay, yes, it is Batvark, number 1. This is from Dave Sim, Sandeep Atwal, writing, art by Dave Sim and Gustav Dorr, Gustav. And the cover by Bob Kane and Dave Sim. So he's homaging probably the old detective cover or something. This is part 2. Okay, let me start over. 2-part Secret Origin of Batvark. So I guess there's going to be a number 2.
Okay.
Batvark's credo. And finally, an answer to, is Batvark a homophobe?
Because apparently everybody knows who Batvark is and everybody wants to know.
That was not a question that was burning in my mind.
I don't think I've had a single customer come in and ask that question. But you're about to tell us where this stuff comes from.
This is all over the place. Okay, this also has reprints of the earliest Cerebus and Hell online strips from 2016 in June. It's got the first appearance of Friedrich Nietzsche, apparently. King Solomon writes his lawyer. Literalistic Limbo, don't know what that means yet. First appearance of Jingles, the world's greatest collector of CGC-graded dog comics. I don't know if it's like a comic brand or if it's just he's got a bunch of comics with dogs in it.
Dogs.
Avengers movies remade with an all-Kardashian sister cast, and Life with Archie, Civil War, and more. I don't know how you can possibly have more than that, but...
So, some of this comes from online strips, and people who read online comics are they're not exactly the same crowd that walk into the comic shop. There may be some spillover from the two, but they're really two different groups of people. And so I don't know if maybe people who read the online strips are the people that have broken out into that discussion, but
could be.
We're talking about Dave Sim, who is one of the big old school indie comic guys that does a lot of writing into his very minimalist art of his book, and someone that has had a lot of controversy, mostly with misogynistic views within his comics. So
he's very, very, very conservative.
Very, very old conservative.
Yeah.
So this isn't something that's too surprising that he's going to broach certain subjects like this, but
not for everybody. But
not for everybody.
We'll have.
Yeah, we'll have some, give you a chance to maybe see who or what Dave Sims is really about. Or Dave Sim. I always Sims is what I always think. Sims.
Speaking of Sims, see, there was a lot of people at the con that had the little Sims thing over their head. Did you notice that?
I did not.
Oh, man, they were walking all around Saturday. They had the green diamond thing up there. Yeah, there was a bunch of them walking.
Did they get together and dance or do different things?
No, it was disappointing.
Oh, okay. Well, I wanted them to react like a Sim.
That would be cool.
Throw up over in the corner.
There you go.
One of DC's specials coming out this week is Black Racer and Shiloh Special #1. Cool stuff here. I love Shiloh Norman.
Yep.
That's anybody who's familiar with Mr. Miracle should know Shiloh. We're looking at Reginald Hudlin being the writer here, and Dennis Cohen. I don't know how we say it, and Bill Sienkiewicz handling the art chores. With this, Shiloh has taken over the mantle of Mr. Miracle, and he is continuing to do what Scott Free has done, in which he's trying to escape death. Only he must have gotten too close to death, and now the Black Racer's out to get him. So this is, I guess, a chase around the universe with Shiloh trying to stay one step ahead of the Black Racer.
Sounds fun.
Fun stuff.
I haven't seen Reginald Hudlin's name in a while.
I haven't either, and this is the first book I've seen that looks like it's just one full story. They'll have a reprint backup, but It doesn't look like they have another backup story.
Okay, cool. Well, we're going to bust off into another Kirby homage tribute with the Darkseid Special #1. This is from Mark Avanier and Paul Levitz, with art from Scott Collins. If you like that, not a fan, but
he has his fan base.
He does.
It was always too sketchy for me. Not very tight lines.
Yeah, I can't tell what the heck's going on in any given panel. But okay, Mark Avanier, longtime Kirby associate and biographer, tells a tale starring one of Jack's greatest villains. The latest daring escape from the orphanage of Granny Goodness leaves an infuriated Darkseid determined to capture and punish the escapees. The Lord of Apokolips puts his best hunter on the case, but one of Granny's students is unlike any he's encountered before. Plus, there is an untold tale of Omak by Paul Levitz and Phil Hester. Cool. And this issue also includes the stories The All-Seeing Eye from Tales of the Unexpected #12, with art by Jack Kirby, and Raid from Apokolips from Forever People #6, written and penciled by the King. Not Elvis, but Jack Kirby.
I love Jack Kirby's artwork. His Omak #1 has one of the most disturbing looking covers I have ever seen.
It is very strange.
I never knew when I first got into comics and came across it, I was like, what's going on here? Even to this day, I came across it this last week, and still was, what's going on?
It is a bizarre image.
If you haven't seen it, guys, look that up. It's just odd.
Very odd.
Omak, Kirby's Omak is very different than the Omak that they have had in the DC universe for, let's say, for the last 20 years or so. Very different character. One Marvel one shot coming out. We have another one of the generations, Hawkeye and Hawkeye. We don't get a young or old with the name unworthy, all new. There's nothing. It's Hawkeye and Hawkeye. Kelly Thompson handles the writing, and Stefano Raphael is the artist.
So Hawkeye teams up with the guy from MASH?
Yes, that would be kind of funny. Either Hawkeye teaming up with Hawkeye from MASH would be kind of funny. Either of them.
Either of them.
Yes. But what this one has is Kate somehow finds herself entered into some sort of battle royale that has a young Clinton Barton there and many other marksmen from the Marvel Universe. And unfortunately for the young Hawkeye, the Clint Barton Hawkeye, he has put many of these sharpshooting villains behind bars, and so they're maybe not so interested in whatever is supposed to be going on and more interested in trying to take him out. So this is going to get to see if Clint acts any different with Kate around as he does as an adult with Kate around, because, irresponsible.
Bound to happen.
Probably going to continue to be irresponsible.
I would think. I would hope.
So hopefully this gets better reviews from people than, say, the
Iron Man one?
Iron Man.
Apparently somebody got a hold of that early and didn't do it any favors.
Good.
Yeah.
Or, we'll wait to judge for ourselves, but it did not have good early reviews.
No, it did not. Next up is Halo comic, The Rise of Atriox from Dark Horse Comics, written by Cullen Bunn.
The guy that writes everything.
Cullen Bunn. Art by Eric Wynn, and cover art Alexei Bricklow.
I don't know how to say that. I just know win-win.
This is an anthology based on 2017's Halo Wars 2, the real-time strategy video game. This is not a commercial, I'm not reading that. But this introduced a new ruthless villain named Atriox. He is a legendary brute under the command of the alien collective known as the Covenant. He leads a brutal assault against a UNSC military outpost. Wave after wave of brutes are lost attacking the human outpost defended by a group of UNSC Marines. The ruthless Atriox soldiers on. That makes no sense.
He soldiers on.
Okay. Yes, okay. As his comrades fall, Atriox's hatred for the Covenant grows. This 5-chapter anthology collects stories by acclaimed comics creators Cullen Bunn, Jody Houser, John Jackson Miller, haven't seen that name in a while, Alex Irvine, Claire Rowe, Josanne Gonzalez, Jonathan Wayshak, and Tristan Jones, most of which I've never heard of. No. And this ties into the Halo Wars 2 video game.
I'm guessing some of those are going to be the artists, some of those are going to be the writers on the books, and it looks like it's going to be a 5-issue miniseries.
Yeah.
If we have 5 parts, each one written and drawn by a different team from the way it looks of.
Yes.
Yeah, except for Cullen Bunn.
Except for Cullen Bunn.
He took time out of schedule to... Yes.
Or maybe I'm thinking of John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt.
Well, that's my name, but...
It's my name, too.
That's my name. It's everybody's name. Why are we talking about children's songs now? I don't know.
One of my weird tangents.
One other Marvel book that I have for you guys. This is probably going to be a fan favorite with a lot of people here. It's within the Star Wars universe. This is Jedi of the Republic, Mace Windu, #1, 5-issue miniseries as well. Somebody who I don't know writing it, Matt Owens. And here we have Dennis Cowan again with the art. So he's not only doing this one shot over at DC, but he has 2 books. He hasn't drawn a book in how long, and now he has 2 books coming out in the same week.
Don't call it a comeback.
He's been here for years. This is set during the Clone Wars, in which the Jedi has suddenly found themselves generals in the Rebellion's army, and Mace Windu is leading a small unit of Jedi into battle, and it's apparently, I guess, about the Jedi having to come to terms with them suddenly being, using their powers for battle instead of whatever they used it for in the past.
Okay.
I don't know how that differs or what really differed there.
I thought they were like always the protectors of the universe or whatever, but
I did too, but maybe they're just not prepared for what's suddenly thrown them off here. This stems from something that somebody said. There was a movie that came out once about Clone Wars and Mace Windu and stuff. I never saw it. I think it's made up. It can't really be part of the Star Wars universe. It can't. It can't be that bad. We can't have a movie that possibly had a gimmick that came from a 60s teenage surf film in which the good guy and the bad guy, fight it out on surfing on, say, lava. It can't be that bad.
It's just happy Anakin didn't have a bikini on.
I am. Now that you say it, I am. So I think those are the number ones that we have for you guys. Yeah, there you have it.
Where do you go from there? Anakin in a bikini.
Anakin in a bikini. I can't get that out of my
Good night,
head
folks.
now. Know when to call it quits there. Good night, everybody.
Know when to hold them, know when to fold them.
There's been a little bit of a change here, guys, just in case you haven't noticed. Mark stepped out. I changed outfits, and Lee has stepped in here. For just the last little bit that we have of the video, we're going to mention to you a couple of other books besides the number ones that are going to be on shelves this week. First up, Lee, what do we have?
We have Secret Empire number 10. It's the last issue of Secret Empire by Delato?
Nick Spencer.
Oh, Nick Spencer. Steve McNiven. Okay.
And then everybody's going to want that because of the Delato
right.
cover. It's the pretty cover.
Yep. And, of course, can there be any redemption for Captain America as the Secret Empire begins to crumble?
It's a pretty, we already have a Captain America book announced.
Oh, is there?
Yes.
Oh, there you go.
It's already talked about Cap traveling the U.S.
Rebuilding
for
his
redemption,
rep?
yes.
Oh,
So,
there we go.
The big thing to remember with this book is that it is going to be an extra issue, and even though this is number 10 of 10, there's still an Omega issue that will be coming out. So it's not quite done. It's been like 5 books in the last 6 weeks, so that's one of those things that...
Playing catch-up.
Yeah, they're playing catch-up, and they're probably going to have the Omega like the following week.
Okay.
Besides that, guys, we have the Old Guard number 1, or volume 1, the trade paperback coming out. Greg Rucka, if you've enjoyed his work on Wonder Woman or Black Magic, which we have the 7th issue coming out this week, or on Lazarus, then this is a great entry here for more Greg Rucka. If you want to know the concept, it's real simple. There are soldiers throughout time that have died in battle only to have awakened later and realized that they can't die. But that's not quite accurate, because eventually, sometimes, centuries later maybe, they will. But for a certain amount of time, they seem to be immortal. It's a cool book, written by Greg Rucka, drawn by Leo Fernandez. And I think usually with the image for volume 1s, they're like $10 for that. So that's pretty awesome if you want to give that a shot. And beyond that, we have the new Previews magazine coming out, the Comic Book Bible. That's what this is. It lets you know what you need to pre-order, the variant issues, sans Marvel, because that's all crazy. Pops, shirts, anything else. Toys.
Statues.
And the thing that's important about this Previews is that it comes with the Image Plus. Free with the Image Plus this one time. That is going to have the beginning of the Wytches story. Previously, it was the Negan story, backup story in it. Right. And beyond this month, you can pick up the Image Plus off the shelves for, I believe, $1.99. So those will be there for you. Other than that, we have a question of the week for you guys. I want to know what attracts you to the comic books that you read. Are you picking up the comics because of the art, the writer, the concept, the genre, Is it diversity? Because that's a hot topic right now in comics. So we want to know, what is it that makes you go and add the book to your pull list or to pick it up off the shelf? Real quickly, Lee, what's...
Story. Mine's all story. Don't care what the art looks like. I can suffer through bad art. Good art makes it better, but it's all in the story.
Did you ever have a point in time where the art was...
Yes.
Okay.
When I first started doing it, it was the art, and then after a while, it was all about the story.
Art was my
wife
main
says,
thing first.
If it has a shiny cover.
Shiny.
Yeah.
Oh, that attracts you?
Yeah, that attracts me right off, yeah.
Yeah, well, I think that's for a lot of people,
Yeah.
is the art is the first thing that catches you and draws you into comics. And then as you read comics over time, you really see that the story is important. That's kind of where it is for me. I still need mediocre art on it. I don't want scratchy art.
It's nice. It's nice to have passable art, yes.
For me, I like science fiction and fantasy. Those are really the things that draw me in and make me want to read a book. And if diversity happens to be in that story, cool. That's how it is. I mean, I pick up Saga, and Saga has all different sorts of things within it. So that's the question of the week, guys. Just answer that for us, please, and let us know your thoughts. So, other than that, anything we need to mention to the peoples?
I think that's it. We're wrapping it up.
That's it. We're going to wrap this up, guys. Remember to like, share, subscribe if you have not done so, and to comment on the question of the week and tell us what it is you're excited to pick up this week. Remember, it's the 5th week, so fewer books, but still some pretty dang good books. So, beyond that, remember, follow us Facebook, follow us here at Excalibur CCG TV. Go to our website, excaliburccg.com. Read great comics, guys. Give us some responses. We'll get back to you. And
pre-order the books.
Pre-order the books.
So you don't miss out.
Please, yes. That's always a big thing. You can't expect them to be on the shelf because they will fly off the shelf.
They will.
So beyond that, read those comics. We'll see you next week. Bye.